going to pick up where we left off. We're going to do a few things first, and then we're going to start to model the head of our figure. First, we're going to create a collection for our mesh. So up here, so this is called the outliner panel. Okay. And here's all of our layers. Okay, so we're going to right click here, new collection, and we're going to call this collection mesh. Okay. Now, we're going to leave this, and this is where we're going to have, well, all of our mesh. So we're going to come back here, and you want to set the cursor, snap the cursor to world origin, like start it here, okay? Because everything we're going to do, we're going to make it symmetrical, okay? So we really want to start on the center of our space, the center of our environment. And to do that, like if you're over here, if your bullseye cursor is over here, then you do that by hitting Shift S and then 1, which snaps it to cursor to world origin. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Ready? If you hit Shift S, you can also hold the mouse over cursor to world origin, and it takes care of it as well. So now our cursor is in the center of our space, and everything that we build will build out from the center, from a Cartesian center. Okay, now we're going to add a cube with Shift A. Shift A is the shortcut that pops up this menu that lets us add anything we want to add. And we're going to add a cube. So Shift A, cube, and now look at that. We have a cube right in the center of our space. Okay, and we're in object mode, but we want to be in edit mode. Okay, so we're going to hit edit mode. Now you can also hit tab. Tab goes into object, tab goes into edit, tab goes into object, tab goes into edit. Tab is the shortcut key to switch between your modes. So we want to be in edit mode, okay? And we're going to delete it, okay? So let's delete everything. But we're in edit mode, and we're going to add one vertex. And we're going to do that, I think it's control right mouse, excuse me, okay? So if you take a look here, see what I did right here? This dot, this orange dot. I'll go ahead and again over here. Control right mouse, see, and it connects them. Now I don't want that obviously, so I'm gonna hit Control Z. If you ever make a mistake, you can always hit Control Z, and that just eliminates the last move you made. Okay, so this is a vertex that we've added to the space, and from a single vertex, we end up with a form that exists in three-dimensional space, which is kind of cool. So if we want to move this vertex, we're going to hit G for grab, and now we move our mouse. It moves with our mouse, okay? And let's put it on the chin right here. I'm going to hit Shift middle mouse to lift my space up, and you should try that out. Shift middle mouse button, and you can kind of drag your world around, okay? So here's our vertex right here, and I want to add a mirror modifier. So I'm going to hit this wrench right here. This is our modifiers, the modifier properties, and our properties panel. We're going to add modifier, and we're going to click mirror. Okay. If this is not selected, see how you can't really see it? Click this, and now you can see it. So this is also, we want to turn clipping on. Super important. Turn clipping on, okay? And I'll show you why right now. So if I hit G to grab and I move it, now the one on the right, this one is our actual vertex. This is the mirror modifier. So I only need to do something on one time and it'll mirror it. So we're going to build this half of the face, and it's just automatically going to fill in the second half of the face. So it cuts our labor time in half. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down here, and we got our mirror modifier on, okay? And we want to turn clipping on because if we move to the middle of the screen, it stops. Okay, it stops. But let's turn clipping off and take a look what happens. See, it crosses over. We cross the streams. Don't cross the streams, Ray. Okay, so clipping is on, and I'm going to bring this down here, and then I'm just going to start extruding and building out the outline of the cheek. Okay, so check this out. E to extrude, and I'm going to connect it right here. And clipping connects it right here. If it's going through the space, or if it's not clipping like that, you'd probably have clipping off, turn clipping on. All right, we talked about this before. We're talking about it again. Clipping is your friend. Okay, so let's build out the cheek. Okay, so I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this vertex, and I'm going to grab it and bring it over to the cheek. Okay, red line to red line. Now we want 4 sections in between these two vertices. So we're going to select both of them. We're going to right-click and subdivide. Okay, subdivide the selected edges, and look, that adds a vertex in between 2 vertices. That's what subdividing does. Now we can come down here and click this, and we can increase the number of cuts. Okay, and we want to do that, right? So look what happens when I click another one. You get another vertex. You get another one. You get another vertex. Okay, so take a look. We started with 2, and now we have 5 individual vertices that make 4 evenly spaced sections. Okay, and the reason you want to have as few vertices as possible is because when it comes time to render, if you have a lot of vertices, it's just going to take a lot of time, and they have to be rendered every single frame. So you want to use as few vertices as possible. That's kind of a best practice. Okay, now let's just outline the chin. Okay, so we're going to select this vertex and bring it down here. We're going to outline that chin there. Select this vertex, and we're going to bring it here. Select this vertex, and we're going to bring it kind of round out that cheek right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then bring this like that. Okay. And there you go. So now we have the lower part of our cheek figured out. So now let's build the side of the head. You want to extrude up here above the brow, and we're just call it there. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so you got this vertex, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did as before. We're going to shift click and right click. We're going to shift click to select both of them, right click to subdivide, and now we got another vertex. Okay, but we want more. So let's, down here in the number of cuts, let's click 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Okay, now we got number of cuts 4, and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Okay, you can pick, you can move the arrow, and we're going to pick right here, and we're going to bring this over to the cheek. Okay, we're going to line up the cheek right there, and then we're going to bring our composition down. We're going to select this vertex. We're going to bring it over a little bit. We're going to select this vertex. We're going to select this over a little bit. Select this vertex. We're going to bring it over a little bit. And then we're going to select this vertex and bring it over a bit. Okay, so do you see how you're starting to build out the roundness of the face? Okay, Control save your work. Remember, really get into the habit of saving your work early and often. Okay, and if you look at, I'm going to tap back into edit mode real quick. If you look at, by hitting A right there, so if I select anywhere, the mesh is unselected. And really right now we just have a string of vertices connected by edges. Okay, everything we've done so far is flat, and I can move around it, and you see it's flat. Okay, I'm going to click 1 again to go back into front view, numpad 1, and when I hit A, everything selects. Now this is our mesh right here, and this is the mirror right here. Okay, so if we get rid of the mirror, you can see this is what we've done. But now we're going to add the mirror. Make sure that this is clicked if you want to see the mirror. Okay, now we're going to do some proportional editing. Okay, so proportional editing edits proportionally. Okay, bet you didn't see that coming. So what I mean when I say that is, if I were to move all of these from here, I can turn on proportional editing up here. See my mouse up here at the top of the screen? Selecting that, watch. So if I was going to move this here, okay, so we select proportional editing, and then hit numpad 3. And that takes us into side view. Okay, now select this bottom vertex down here. See this one? Okay, so proportional editing is your friend. Look, if I hit G, you see that circle? That circle will edit everything in the circle. That's what proportional editing means. So if I scroll my mouse wheel in and I move my mouse, then everything inside that circle moves. If I scroll my mouse wheel out and it gets bigger, now it edits everything inside the circle. Okay, that is proportional editing. It's pretty awesome. It's your friend. Use it like you would a friend. Okay, we're going to select all, and then let's select all with A. Let's move it along the y-axis, right? Move it along the y-axis like that. Okay, and we're going to build our cheek. Pretty kind of cool. Okay, so let's just one vertex at a time. Make sure you turn proportional editing off, or when you start to edit vertex by vertex, everything's going to move, which you don't want. Okay, so let's go here to this fur. I'm going to bring this down to match the chin, right about that red line. This one is, I might move it back a little bit. This, and then as we move up, I might move that back a little bit. Okay, I move that back a little bit. Move it up a little bit, and you can make this look however you need to make it look. But this is kind of the template of building out a face. This is in Dino Kreuter builds this out this way, that guy just does some great work. And Ni Huang, man, I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, let me know. Put that in the comments. And so if you want to go faster, if you're ready to go faster, roll with those two. Okay, so now you can see we've kind of got the side of the face coming to life. Control S, save. Now we have an outline for one side of our face. Now from the bottom chin vertex, let's extrude up and start to build out the front of the chin. Click that there, extrude again, and maybe go to the bottom of the lip. Okay. How's that look? Do we need that to be a little more straight? Yeah, maybe. Oh goodness. Okay, bring that down a little bit. Like that. Okay. And then maybe bring this in a little bit. You can use G to grab, or you can use these arrows. Either one are fine. Okay, now let's take this and extrude again and go up under the nose. Call that right there. E, again, build out the bottom of the nose. And now we're really just tracing the outline. Do you see what we're doing? Like you can do this. Oh, we created another one unintentionally. I'm going to Control Z. So we got one here at the bottom of the nose. We got one here at the top of the nose. Let's create a little button hook on the nose. Oh, Control Z. We're going to select our lead vertex. Create that E again. Create that little button hook on the bottom of the nose, which everybody loves. It's a personal favorite. Everybody loves a button hook. And then let's build up the face. We're going to extrude, build out the bottom of the nose, extrude to start to go up the eyes, extrude to go up even further, and then bring it up to round out the top of the head. Okay, and you can always go back, you can always change, you can always make something look different if you need to. Okay, it's really, here, let's hit G and bring that up. And then let's hit G and bring this in. Oh goodness, didn't see that. Okay, so we want that here. And then this at the bottom of the eye looks good. Okay, so now we have around the side of the, all right, Control S, let's save our work. And now here's what we've done. we have created the side of our face, and we've created the front line of our face. So if I roll around it like that, do you see how it's kind of starting to take shape? See how here's the side and here's the front. And now we're going to, here, let me get out of that view, go back to side view with numpad 3, and now we're going to connect the face and start rounding it out, which is really kind of awesome, okay? And I think I'll stop here and we'll round it out in the next video. But just to show you what I'm talking about, select this and this and this and this, these 4 vertices, okay? And then press F to fill them, fill them with a face. Okay, 4 vertices are connected by 4 edges, which when connected can form a face. You can fill that F with a face, F, fill it with F, 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 okay? And again, what's awesome here is that if you swing around, you can see that it fills on the other side too. We only had to fill in one spot, okay? And that's just kind of awesome. And that's where the mirror modifier comes in. So again, you turn the mirror modifier off and that goes away. So now let's connect and let's build out the face. Okay, so let's get back into front view, and you see how we're not quite rounded out with the cheek. We want to select a vertex. So we go up here, and this is our vertex select, and these are the edge select, and these are the face select. See up top? We're going to click the one that looks like a dot. We're going to select the dot, and now just by hitting G, we can move the dot. We can move this, area of our polygon, which is this shape right here. And that's really what modeling is, right? You're just, everything in a 3D environment is a polygon, and we move them around. Okay, so I'll grab this down here, hit G, and now I can move this. I'll move it over here a little bit, right? Just kind of filling out the face. Okay, do that there, that there. This is pretty cool. Okay, now we want to fill these all the way up. Okay, so if we come over here, we've done this one time, and now we want to connect all of these up here. So you can, here, numpad 1, get back in the front view. Okay, so this is kind of cool, actually. All right, so we have this here. Let me, numpad 1, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this vertex down a little bit. Move this down a little bit. Move this down a little bit. Okay, now I want to select both of these vertices. In order to select both, so if I click on one and then click on the other one, it deselects the previous vertex. Okay, so to select both of them, you want to shift click, and that selects both of them. Now, with both of them selected, this is actually pretty cool. Just hit F. Look at that, F, 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 and it fills it in automatically for you. Okay, so we are building out the structure of the face, which is pretty awesome. Click into the side view. There's what it looks like in side view, and there's what it looks like in front view. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, now let's kind of get these angled how we want to. Okay, now let's build out the bottom half of these. Yeah. Okay, so let's go here and shift click here. Oh, nope. This one and this one, and hit F, and it works on the bottom half as well. Okay, which is pretty sweet. So if yours is not, you can see how, like right here, it needs to come out a little bit more. All these will be a little bit different. Okay, and that's totally fine. It just kind of is what it is. They'll all look the same or similar, but they'll all be a tiny bit different because our lines are going to be in different areas. But we really kind of want to round it out, get that nice animate cheek, that big, round, plump animate cheek. Okay, so now what we're going to do you know what? We're going to call this here. This is a good, here, we're essentially making a mask of the face. And now our face has some form to it. We're going to do some loop cuts in the next video and really start to bring out the form of the face. But for now, this is good. And we'll stop it here. This is a good place to stop. If anything was unclear, or if it was moving too fast for you, let me know in the comments section, or send me an email, or help each other out. You know, jump on, create a Slack or a Discord, or, you know, Blender Stack Exchange or something. Like, find the answer. Okay, if you're stumped, don't let not knowing the answer of a question deter you from continuing your journey to learn this, which is the whole point. So remember, we're going to save, Control S, because we want to save our work all the friggin' time, all the time, right? Just get into the habit of saving your work. It's just the right habit to cultivate. Because the worst thing you could do is spend, you know, an hour on something, 2 hours on something, forget to save it, and then something happens. Your computer crashes, Blender closes, a stream gets crossed with the GPU and it just shuts down, and then you lose it and it's gone forever. So save your work, okay? It's a good spot to stop, and we'll pick it up in the next video.